Hey everyone, Dougie798 here. The most electrifying people in all of YouTube today. It's time for another video. Tonight, we talk about something different. Dougie798 will talk about TNA Sacrifice, which aired Sunday. I will occasionally do wrestling, MMA, and boxing videos on this channel, but I will do most wrestling, MMA, boxing videos on my alternate account, Mr. the Fanboy. The link will appear in the description box. I usually like to use this channel for movies, anime, etc. But like I said, I will occasionally do wrestling vids here. Okay, Doug thought Sacrifice was an awesome pay-per-view. The first match of the night was the Motor City Machine Guns versus Team 3D versus Beer Money. Doug is a huge fan of all three of these teams, but I wanted the Motor City Machine Guns to win, and they did. So now they're the #1 contenders for the tag team championships. I hope they win them. The next match of the night was Rob Terry versus Orlando Jordan for the TNA Global Championship. Doug thought it was an awesome match. I am happy that Rob Terry actually worked a long match instead of the squash matches seen on Impact. I like Rob Terry. I think his character is cool. It reminds me of Bill Goldberg, but in Doug's opinion, he's kind of green. Down the road, I hope Orlando Jordan wins the TNA Global Championship. A lot of people do not like OJ, but I do. I think he is talented, and I think his gimmick is unique and way better than his former WWE character. Next match on the card was Doug Williams versus Kazarian for the X Division Championship. And in my opinion, along with the three-way #1 contenders tag team title match, were matches of the night. Matches. This was an awesome match with a lot of chain wrestling and back and forth action. And Doug Williams won with the Chaos Theory suplex on Kazarian. The next match on the card was career versus title, knockouts title match between Tara and the knockout champion Madison Rayne. This was an awesome match. This was an awesome women's title match, way better than any diva match in WWE. This was full of technical submission wrestling and lots of back and forth action. Madison Rayne wins with the knee smash breaker, thus ending Tara's TNA career. Tara never re-signed with TNA, so she left the company that day. This was her last match. I'm kind of glad Tara is gone because I think she's just arrogant and spoiled. And hopefully now that she is gone, TNA will focus on women like Taylor Wilde, Sarita, ODB, and Hamada, who built the Knockouts division. Next match was the banner Kevin Nash and Scott Hall versus Inc., Jesse Neal, and Shannon Moore. Despite Kevin Nash's bad knees, this was an awesome tag team match, and the band retaining the tag team titles and retained the titles with the help of Team 3D. It looks like Team 3D will turn heel and feud with Inc. The next match on the card was Desmond Wolf versus Abyss, Ring versus Chelsea. This was an awesome big man versus little man match, and Abyss wins with the Black Hole Slam on Desmond Wolf. Meaning that Abyss gets Chelsea for 30 days. I hope this feud continues because I want I want Desmond Wolf to win so he can get back in the title picture. The next match on the card was Ken Anderson versus Jeff Hardy, and this was an awesome match. Hardy pins Anderson with the Swanton Bomb. And then I like how Anderson confronts Hardy at the end of the match and asks him for a handshake, and Hardy just walks away. Awesome moment. Hardy and Mr. Anderson work really well together, especially from their time in WWE. The next match wasn't really a match. Sting beat the crap out of Jeff Jarrett, then pinned him in the ring. It was a pretty good segment. It got Sting over as a heel. The final match was the second match between RVD and AJ Styles. This was an awesome match. Lots of back and forth brawling and signature maneuvers, but I wanted to see a little bit more chain wrestling. This match would have been better if AJ Styles was a face instead of a heel. RVD retains the TNA Championship with a 5-star frog splash. Also, Also, none of the also now even though we enjoyed this match, now even though this was an awesome match, I do like the interference from Jay Lethal and Ric Flair. I hope Jay Lethal is set for a single push. Well, that was my Sacrifice review, and I have TNA Sacrifice pay-per-view review, and I have to give this pay-per-view a perfect 9.5 out of 10.